Gautama Buddha once profoundly stated, "Thousands of candles can be lighted from a single candle, and the life of the candle will not be shortened. Happiness never decreases by being shared." However, lurking beneath its benevolent facade lies a subtle complexity. Kindness, though inherently virtuous, can sometimes lead us down unexpected paths, altering the course of our lives in unforeseen ways. Today, we'll delve into 8 such ways, shedding light on the shadows that kindness may cast when approached without mindfulness. Join us as we navigate through these paradoxes, drawing insights from the profound teachings of Gautama Buddha to unravel the enigmatic nature of kindness and its potential impact on our lives. Way number 1, too high hopes for people. Kindness, when practiced excessively, can inadvertently pave the way for unrealistic expectations. Picture this. You extend a helping hand, expecting nothing in return, fueled solely by the desire to uplift others. Yet, as time progresses, you might find yourself anticipating reciprocation or significant changes in those you assist. This shift from selfless giving to an expectation of specific outcomes can subtly infiltrate your interactions, setting the stage for disappointment. In Buddhist teachings, managing expectations is emphasized as a fundamental aspect of cultivating inner peace and contentment. Gautama Buddha often spoke of the impermanence of all things, urging his followers to detach from attachment to outcomes. Through practices such as mindfulness and equanimity, Buddhists learn to approach each interaction with an open heart, without clinging to predefined outcomes. By relinquishing the need for others to meet our expectations, we free ourselves from the burden of disappointment and foster genuine compassion. Take, for instance, the story of the farmer and his lost son. In one of Buddha's parables, a farmer's prized stallion escapes, prompting his neighbors to express sympathy. Yet, the farmer remains unperturbed, responding, "Who knows what's good or bad?" When the stallion returns with a herd of wild horses, the neighbors rejoice, but the farmer's response remains unchanged. His equanimity reflects a profound understanding of the transient nature of life's events, encouraging us to release our attachment to specific outcomes and embrace the ebb and flow of existence with grace. Way number 2, constant expectations. One of the pitfalls of excessive kindness is the burden of constantly expecting kindness in return. When we extend ourselves to others with genuine care and compassion, it's natural to hope for reciprocity, whether in the form of gratitude, support, or kindness in return. However, when this expectation becomes a constant companion, it can transform acts of generosity into transactions, tarnishing the purity of our intentions. In Buddhism, the concept of detachment offers valuable insights into navigating the complexities of expectation. Detachment doesn't imply apathy or indifference, but rather a state of inner freedom from clinging to specific outcomes. By relinquishing the need for validation or reciprocation, we liberate ourselves from the shackles of expectation, allowing kindness to flow freely, untethered by the anticipation of reward. Consider the analogy of the lotus flower, a symbol of purity and enlightenment in Buddhist philosophy. Despite emerging from muddy waters, the lotus remains untainted, its petals unfurling with grace and beauty. Similarly, detachment enables us to navigate life's murky waters without becoming ensnared by the expectations we impose upon ourselves and others. It invites us to embrace each moment with open-heartedness, without fixating on the outcomes or responses that may follow. In the teachings of Gautama Buddha, detachment is often likened to the gentle flow of a river, unimpeded by the rocks and obstacles it encounters along its path. By cultivating a mindset of detachment, we learn to navigate the currents of life with fluidity and resilience, unburdened by the weight of constant expectation. In doing so, we honor the true essence of kindness, allowing it to blossom organically, independent of the outcomes we may seek. Way number 3, neglecting personal goals. Excessive kindness, while noble in its intentions, can inadvertently lead to the neglect of our own personal goals and well-being. When we prioritize the needs of others above our own, it's easy to become engulfed in a cycle of self-sacrifice, relegating our dreams and aspirations to the back burner. While altruism is undoubtedly commendable, neglecting our personal goals can leave us feeling unfulfilled and disconnected from our true purpose. Buddhism offers profound wisdom on finding balance between altruism and self-care, recognizing the interconnectedness of compassion for others and compassion for oneself. Gautama Buddha emphasizes the importance of cultivating a sense of inner harmony, acknowledging that true kindness begins with a compassionate heart. By nurturing ourselves with the same care and kindness we extend to others, we replenish our reserves, enabling us to give more freely and authentically. One strategy from Buddhist teachings is the practice of metta, or loving-kindness meditation. This ancient technique involves directing feelings of love and compassion towards oneself and others, fostering a sense of interconnectedness and well-being. By incorporating metta meditation into our daily routine, we cultivate a deeper sense of self-love and acceptance, fortifying ourselves against the tendency to neglect our personal goals in the pursuit of kindness. Moreover, Buddhism encourages the cultivation of mindfulness, the practice of being fully present and aware of our thoughts, feelings, and actions. By mindfully attending to our own needs and aspirations, we align ourselves with our deepest desires, allowing kindness to emanate from a place of authenticity and integrity. In doing so, we honor the interconnectedness of all beings while remaining steadfast in our commitment to self-growth and fulfillment. Way number 4, perceived weakness. One of the prevailing misconceptions surrounding kindness is the erroneous belief that it equates to weakness. In a world often dominated by notions of strength and power, acts of kindness can be mistakenly perceived as signs of vulnerability or naivety. However, nothing could be further from the truth. Kindness is not a reflection of weakness, but rather a manifestation of inner strength and resilience. Gautama Buddha, the enlightened teacher whose wisdom continues to inspire millions, offered profound insights into the true nature of strength found in compassion. He understood that true strength lies not in domination or aggression, but in the courage to open one's heart to the suffering of others. In the face of adversity and conflict, it takes immense courage to respond with kindness and compassion, transcending the impulse towards retaliation or indifference. Moreover, Buddha's teachings emphasize the transformative power of compassion in overcoming the inherent suffering of existence. By cultivating empathy and compassion towards ourselves and others, we tap into a reservoir of inner strength that transcends the limitations of ego and self-interest. This strength is not brash or forceful, but rather gentle and enduring, capable of weathering life's storms with grace and dignity. In essence, kindness is a reflection of our innate capacity for compassion and empathy, qualities that are intrinsically linked to our humanity. Far from being a sign of weakness, acts of kindness demonstrate our willingness to embrace our interconnectedness with all beings and to respond with love and understanding. As Gautama Buddha eloquently stated, hatred does not cease by hatred, but only by love. This is the eternal rule. In embracing kindness, we embody the profound strength of love that has the power to transform hearts and heal the world. Way number 5, suspicion and mistrust. Constant acts of kindness, when perceived through a lens of skepticism, can inadvertently breed suspicion and mistrust in others. In a world where genuine altruism is often met with skepticism, repeated acts of kindness may be viewed with suspicion, leading others to question the motives behind our actions. This cycle of doubt can erode trust and create barriers to authentic connection, hindering the very relationships we seek to nurture. In Buddhist teachings, cultivating trust while exercising caution is emphasized as a delicate balance that requires mindfulness and discernment. Gautama Buddha spoke of the importance of acting with integrity and sincerity, aligning our actions with our intentions to build trust and foster genuine connections. However, he also cautioned against blind trust, urging his followers to exercise discernment and wisdom in their interactions with others. One of the key teachings in Buddhism is the concept of sila, or ethical conduct, which forms the foundation for building trust and fostering harmonious relationships. Sila encourages us to act with honesty, kindness, and compassion. thereby earning the trust and respect of those around us. By embodying these virtues in our interactions, we create a conducive environment for trust to flourish, free from the shadows of suspicion and mistrust. Moreover, Buddhism teaches the practice of mindfulness as a means of cultivating awareness and discernment in our relationships. By staying present and attuned to the dynamics of our interactions, we can navigate the delicate balance between trust and caution with clarity and insight. Mindfulness enables us to recognize the subtle cues that may indicate a lack of authenticity or hidden agendas, allowing us to respond with wisdom and compassion. Ultimately, while kindness may occasionally be met with skepticism, it is through consistent acts of integrity and sincerity that trust is nurtured and genuine connections are forged. By embodying the teachings of Buddhism and cultivating mindfulness in our interactions, we can navigate the complexities of trust and suspicion with grace and compassion, fostering deeper connections based on mutual respect and understanding. Way number 6, attracting takers, not givers. Excessive kindness can inadvertently attract individuals who exploit this generosity for their own gain, creating a dynamic where takers outnumber givers. When we consistently prioritize the needs of others without regard for our own well-being, we may unwittingly attract individuals who seek to take advantage of our kindness for their own benefit. This imbalance can lead to feelings of resentment, frustration, and burnout, ultimately undermining the positive intentions behind our acts of kindness. Setting healthy boundaries in relationships is essential for mitigating the risk of attracting takers and fostering balanced, mutually beneficial connections. In Buddhism, the practice of metta, or loving kindness, encompasses not only extending compassion to others, but also to oneself. By prioritizing self-care and establishing clear boundaries, we create a foundation of respect and reciprocity in our relationships, ensuring that our acts of kindness are met with appreciation and mutual support. One suggestion for setting healthy boundaries is to practice assertive communication, expressing our needs and expectations openly and honestly. By clearly articulating our boundaries and asserting our autonomy, we establish a framework for respectful and equitable interactions, reducing the likelihood of exploitation or manipulation. Additionally, cultivating self-awareness through mindfulness enables us to recognize when our boundaries are being violated and to respond with compassion and firmness. Another strategy is to discern between genuine appreciation and manipulation in our relationships. By paying attention to the reciprocity of kindness and the sincerity of others' intentions, we can discern whether individuals are genuine givers or opportunistic takers. While it's important to remain open-hearted and compassionate, it's equally important to recognize when our kindness is being taken advantage of and to take steps to protect our well-being. Ultimately, by setting healthy boundaries and cultivating discernment in our relationships, we can create a supportive and balanced environment where acts of kindness are met with reciprocity and mutual respect. By honoring our own needs and boundaries while extending compassion to others, we foster connections based on genuine appreciation and shared values, enriching our lives with meaningful and fulfilling relationships. Way number 7, risk of addiction. Being kind and helpful can become addictive, particularly when the positive reinforcement from helping others becomes a primary source of validation and self-worth. This addiction to kindness can manifest as an insatiable need to constantly seek out opportunities to assist others, often at the expense of our own well-being. While acts of kindness are undeniably rewarding, relying solely on external validation for our sense of worth can lead to burnout and a depletion of our own reserves. To maintain balance and avoid burnout, it's essential to cultivate self-awareness and mindfulness in our practice of kindness. By tuning into our own needs and limitations, we can prevent the cycle of overextending ourselves and experiencing exhaustion. Gautama Buddha spoke of the importance of self-care and moderation, advising his followers to find the middle path between indulgence and deprivation. This middle path encourages us to prioritize self-care while still extending kindness to others, striking a delicate balance between altruism and self-preservation. One strategy for avoiding burnout is to practice self-compassion and self-care regularly. Just as we extend kindness and compassion to others, we must also offer the same level of care to ourselves. This may involve setting aside time for rest and relaxation, engaging in activities that bring us joy and fulfillment, and seeking support from friends and loved ones when needed. By nourishing our own well-being, we replenish our reserves and prevent burnout, allowing us to continue offering kindness from a place of abundance rather than depletion. Additionally, it's important to recognize the difference between healthy altruism and codependent behavior. While healthy altruism involves giving from a place of genuine compassion and empathy, codependency arises from a need to derive self-worth and validation from helping others. By examining our motivations and intentions behind our acts of kindness, we can ensure that our actions are rooted in authenticity rather than a compulsive need for validation. In essence, while kindness is a noble and virtuous quality, it's essential to approach it mindfully and with self-awareness to avoid falling into the trap of addiction and burnout. By practicing self-care, setting healthy boundaries, and cultivating a balanced approach to helping others, we can harness the transformative power of kindness while safeguarding our own well-being. Way number 8, questionable motives. As we delve into the intricacies of kindness, we encounter the risk of harboring questionable motives behind our benevolent actions. Acts of kindness can sometimes be tainted by hidden agendas, such as seeking approval, manipulating others, or even satisfying our own ego. When kindness is driven by ulterior motives, it deviates from its pure essence and can lead to a web of deceit and unauthentic connections. Gautama Buddha's teachings shed light on the importance of cultivating genuine compassion, free from self-serving motives. The Buddha emphasized the purity of intention in our actions, urging his followers to engage in acts of kindness with a sincere and altruistic heart. By aligning our actions with selfless compassion, we not only uplift others, but also foster our own spiritual growth. In the Buddhist concept of karuna, or compassion, there is an emphasis on empathetic concern for the well-being of others. True compassion goes beyond mere surface-level gestures and involves a deep understanding of the suffering of others. When our kindness is rooted in genuine empathy and a desire to alleviate the suffering of others, it transcends the limitations of ego and self-interest. To safeguard against questionable motives, mindfulness and self-reflection play crucial roles. By regularly examining our intentions behind acts of kindness, we gain insight into the subtle motivations that may lurk beneath the surface. Gautama Buddha's teachings on mindfulness guide us to stay present and aware, allowing us to discern whether our actions arise from a place of authentic compassion or are tainted by hidden agendas. In summary, the risk of questionable motives behind kindness underscores the importance of aligning our actions with genuine compassion. By embracing the teachings of Gautama Buddha and cultivating a heart-centered approach to kindness, we can navigate the complexities of motivation, fostering connections and relationships that are based on authenticity, empathy, and a sincere desire to alleviate the suffering of others. Conclusion. In closing, let us reflect on another profound teaching of Gautama Buddha. In the end, only 3 things matter: how much you loved, how gently you lived, and how gracefully you let go of things not meant for you. Through our exploration of the potential pitfalls of kindness, we've uncovered valuable insights into the paradoxes and complexities inherent in our altruistic endeavors. May we carry these teachings with us as we navigate the path of kindness, embracing each moment with love, mindfulness, and compassionate discernment.